I have a message from Alyssa that I have yet to answer.
About her butt?
Yeah. What? Is it a tattoo on her butt?
I don't know.
Whatever. I'll do it. I'll
Sorry.
tattoo my buddy's butt.
Sorry, I'll I'll let you tattoo. I'll let you tattoo my butt in this room.
I totally forgot to bring my stuff.
I didn't even think about that, dude. I forgot all about that. We could have done that right here and now.
I would have done that.
I would have let you tattoo my ass on OnlyFans.
Well, can you have me back?
Yeah, obviously.
Anytime.
Can you have me back?
Obviously. I love how we haven't even started the episode. It's like, can I come back, please?
Can I come back? It's weird being at the table again, dude.
Yeah, for the listeners.
I gotta send a picture. Are we recording?
Yeah. For the listeners, this was formerly Patrick Seta's table. The man who needs no introduction. Pod Dad is here.
Hola.
We haven't even started the intro. I'm just so excited to tell people you're here, man.
I'm back. I'm super glad this podcast is back on the air. Let's
I'm
have a
so happy
cheers.
you're fucking here, dude.
Good times.
Cheers, boys.
Good food, good people. There we go. Good meat.
Good meat.
Dylan, if you would.
Good God, let's eat. Yeah, thanks so much for having me on, guys. Seriously, I'm so fucking stoked. I love the shit out of both of you. So the fact that I am here and I love the shit out of this table, I'm here with three great things, two good people, and a good table. I love tables.
I'm just gonna get into it. Welcome back to Millennials. Okay,
We're rolling.
all right.
We're here.
Welcome. I've been waiting for that for 10 minutes. He does it right when I say I'm
I was
waiting.
waiting for him to finish.
Will you guys argue on the air?
We always
Every
do.
time.
We always
Cool.
do. We
Cool.
argue like every 17 minutes, so it's impossible not to.
Is it just about anything or
Just whatever we feel like arguing about in the moment.
like
We're a very toxic couple.
Yeah, we're abusive.
if-
It helps us sexually, but not in any other arena.
you ever seen those games like the kids would play, or you probably play? You get the baseball bat and you put your hand on each other's hand, and whoever gets on the top, who's winning? Between you two,
I'd let him win.
you would let him win.
Yeah.
You pussy.
I'd let him lose.
So we're stuck at an impasse.
No. If he's letting me win and I'm letting him lose, then we're in the same situation.
Okay. I was gonna say. Okay.
He only
Okay.
loses when I permit it.
This is a very abusive relationship.
Yes. Welcome back to Millennial Suck Podcast. MillennialSuckPodcast.com. Live from the Bump Yard. Shout out to Foreman Creative. Shout out to Blue Chew, who I really want to sponsor me. And shout out to our guest today, Pat Seta, or Pod Dad, or now both mine and Dylan's tattoo artist.
That's right.
Dark
What
Mountain
up?
Cult is in the house.
I'm here.
I really wish I didn't do that. Anyway,
Fwomp, fwomp, fwomp.
we got to get one of those fucking like the one like Red Band has. I always call him Ray Ban, like a fucking idiot.
So we used to have like I don't know if it was an SPDS, but it was like some sort of system where we could press buttons at certain times and put different sound effects to it. And I abused the shit out of this thing.
I would too.
We had the Psycho shriek from the movie. And it would be a build up to it. So anytime I would go on, I'd be like, I'm talking like this. Like, I'm so pissed off right now. And I loved it. And it got really annoying really fast.
Yeah, I would abuse the shit out of it.
God
it would
forbid
sit
I
right
found
here.
a fart noise.
It would sit right here, and I would just. I would just have one that just is just my girlfriend saying no, because she says it like a bitch sometimes. Like when she's trying to be mean to people, she'll like be like no, and it just feels like the sharpest no you've ever heard.
Like
it's just
she's
gonna
cursed you?
Yeah, pretty much. So like now I'm just gonna like just push the no button whenever somebody's saying something I don't want to talk about. Just
Can you get a recording of her?
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna
Yeah.
have her come in. We're gonna obviously do original sounds only, and there will be a fart button.
There's got to be a couple fart buttons.
Yeah,
You
at
gotta
least
have
three different fart buttons, dude. You gotta
Like-
have three different pitches and lengths.
Imagine like an awkward pause or something, like some dead air, and you just put on the wee fart real quick. Chef's kiss.
You're joking about this. Next time we record, I know how to make this happen.
Can you please?
Wait,
Yeah.
can we really do a
like
soundboard?
vomit noises?
So, well,
Dude, I will literally spend an entire Saturday in the studio with you just fucking making noises for the fucking soundboard. I'll bring my gun.
Make it a podcast episode. It's just you guys.
Just creating. We could do
Creating
that
it?
for the OnlyFans. We could do that could be the OnlyFans for the Just Us episode we have coming up.
we can do that.
Let's do it.
Have you
Dude, look at
ever
us.
followed any of those people that actually like?
See,
do
this is why I
sound?
call you Pod Dad, by the way. It's
'Cause I
because
get
of
you
two
back on
reasons.
track?
Because A, you keep us off track, actually, which I appreciate about you. No, it's A, because like You're one of the best. You're the best podcaster I've ever met. And B, because you come on here and you get us just, I forgot what I was talking about, bro. I'm fucking stoned. Jesus Christ.
You're stoned, dude.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, I work today. You're tattooing now.
I'm tattooing, dude.
You tattooed me.
I've tattooed both of you.
You tattooed him.
Yeah.
You tattooed my girlfriend.
I'm tattooing his brother soon.
We're tattooing the whole goddamn world, bro.
Everyone is getting a pat-too.
Everyone.
A pat-too. That's what they are. You guys got pat-tat.
Is your middle name Donovan?
No, it's Tyler.
Damn. I was hoping it was Donovan.
What's your middle name?
Lee.
What's your middle name?
Cheyenne.
What's your last name?
Foreman.
Duh. I feel really stupid for not knowing that because we used to call you just Foreman.
Yeah. Now we can call him Dylan again.
I've been calling him Dylan.
Yeah. That's because you're in love with him.
There's this guy that we also know that we call him like a specific name, and he hates it because it sounds like boy jizz or something. That's what the name sounds like, but it's not that. So he's like, stop calling me that.
What's
Stop
the
calling
name?
me that. I don't want to say his full name online.
Oh,
there,
okay.
but
His name.
It's like
Yeah,
something like
but he-
Bejeez or something like that.
it was just something that sounded like boy jizz a little bit. You know what I mean? But he doesn't like being called that. And I was like, I didn't know your first name was Vincent this whole time or something. You know what I mean? Or
Sorry, Craig.
yeah, I had no idea your name was that this whole time. I've just known you as that.
You're
Boy,
boy
just
jizz.
boy jizz,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Which is really the only kind of jizz, but
Which honestly, I didn't even think about it until he said it. So he kind of like messed it up himself.
he
kind
did
of
it
thing,
for him.
You know what I mean?
He did it to himself.
I mean, there are people out there that have some strange names, though. I remember
Lots of 'em.
There was someone, a 70s child named Paintbrush.
hate-
Real person.
You ever just like hear someone's name and just know you would have not gotten along with their parents?
I just not got along with them, period.
Just like,
You know?
my name is Paintbrush. Your parents suck, dude.
Yeah, who the...
They were doing whippets in the basement.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's really cool.
Yeah. Their parents checked out. It was like going to the gathering of the Juggalos.
There's also someone named Twinkle Star out there. Yeah. Twinkle.
I used to know a guy named Zebulon Neff.
For real?
Yeah, it was in, he had a brother named Cosmos.
Do either of you guys know if it's true that one of Elon's kids is named like X738 or
I'm pretty
something
sure that
weird
is
like that?
true.
I think that is true. Like, legally, that's what the name is.
It's named after like one of the Blue Angels or some shit like that.
I don't know. Dude's a nut job.
That dude's crazy.
He's
Named his
fucking
kid a
out of his
tail
mind.
number from a fucking jet.
He's Lex Luthor in real life.
He really is.
If he loses his hair, I'm not going to be surprised.
He was losing his hair at one point, and then he got hair plugs.
Well, if I had $500 billion, I wouldn't be bald either.
I think it is pretty expensive. But do you have a hairy back?
No.
Do you have hair on any other part of your body?
I have a pretty average amount of hair on my arms and legs. I have a little bit of chest hair. It's not a whole bunch.
Speaking of tattoos, this guy in my band, Keith Carpenter, shout out. You're my boy. You ain't listening, but you're my boy. But he has one tattoo on his back. It's on his like right shoulder, and it's the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. For some reason, his body had a weird reaction where it grew like a fuck ton of hair over top of it. It looks like a carpet sample. You know, like it's a toupee on his back.
Buddy's carpet.
He's losing hair up top, but he's got a full ass head of hair on his shoulder, just over this tattoo. Like you can see the outlines of the horseman.
That's so
I
weird.
shaved him one time. It was just,
I know it was for a
puked.
tattoo, but that just sounds funny. I shaved him.
Well, no, I didn't shave him to tattoo him. He just had this tattoo, and his body just reacted in the way where it just grew a fuck ton of hair in the spot. And then I just shaved him. This was years ago, and I was drunk when I was like, let me shave that shit. And I shaved it, and
the
it
most
was
Pat Seta
it was
thing I've ever
fucking
heard.
disgusting, by the way. Gross.
You were drunk.
Yeah, we were drunk. He was sweaty as fuck, you know. It was a fucking mess. But all of the tattoos completely faded underneath all that hair. So
Oh no.
That
he
would
yeah,
infuriate
that'd
me.
be shitty.
The
Just
hair
imagine
pushed
I
it
do this
out.
whole sleeve with you and then my hair just grows over top of it. I would lose it.
People react different to tattoos all the time. And now that I've like kind of seen past the veil is what I like to call it, tattooing is like a whole other game. I have so much more respect for other artists. Now, I'm not saying I'm a great tattoo artist at all yet.
I am.
But thanks. But there's so much to learn with it. It's just a never-ending like learning curve with it. Everyone's skin is so different, and you know, it's just a lot to learn. And packing in lines and just doing like certain kind of color techniques and working with certain colors, it's just like a whole science. And that's not including like voltages. That's not including depth. There's so much that goes into this shit. Stretching the skin. You know, I did like, I don't know, like a 6-hour tattoo on Wednesday, and my fingers were numb till today.
Nice.
It's just crazy, like how what does to your body, even me as a tattoo artist.
Have you started to get your money bump yet, as Jasmine told me it was called?
You talking about calluses?
Yeah. Like there's like a thing on like the inside of her knuckle that she called a money bump.
No, but you can probably see my hands are completely covered in stencil gel.
Yeah.
Or stencil. Yeah. But no, I haven't had any of that yet, but I've had back problems already. So that's something that really fucking sucks. Yeah. It's just like you're just so laser focused. Like I'm literally inches away from the skin. And sometimes it can be kind of crazy. I can tell if you've been drinking because the ink will shoot into the veins right under the skin like fucking venom. It's fucking so crazy to see. It's really quick and it goes away.
Like the skin just eats the fucking ink.
Like the veins, it just goes through the veins. You could see black ink go through the veins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like let's say you got poisoned, you got stabbed by a poison dagger, and the fucking veins around it start. It's like that.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's hilarious.
It goes away, but yeah, if someone's drinking, I can tell by just that.
Noted. Don't drink and come get tattooed.
Yeah, because
Definitely don't do that.
You also bleed like crazy too.
Yeah.
And that sucks for everyone.
Do you remember
Between the two of us, who bled more?
Him. No, you.
Damn.
You.
I was just about to call you a pussy.
I remember seeing blood one time. You probably saw it way better than I did. I was like at weird angles sometimes, but
the blood is like actually like a good thing because it means that the ink is actually like going into.
Yeah, I'm better at getting tatted than you, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's bleeding more than you, dude.
That's good. Get your blood game up.
Next time you get a tat, drink a lot the night before.
What color was that hot tub, cuz? Tell me to get my blood game up.
Hot tub?
That is not an on-the-camera conversation, sir.
Uh-oh.
Piece of shit.
Well, you gotta tell it now.
No, I don't. I'll tell you later.
Can't you just bleep it out?
No, I can't. I mean, it could be edited out, but that's work. And sometimes Dylan doesn't like to actually edit things out. He says he's going to edit out, and I don't want to risk that getting not edited out.
Well, I just want you to tell me, and then he'll just bleep every part that you say about it. And that way people are kind of
just a long, just me.
And then you be like, and then he said, beep.
No, I'll tell you later if you remind me, because I will forget.
I'm going to forget. I'm already forgetting, dude.
Cool. I'm glad you don't remember things that are important.
No, I don't.
I did just remember while getting tattooed by him, like 5 different times he's in there fucking doing his thing. He's like, dude, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. Tattooing is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Dude. It is the hardest thing I've ever fucking done, dude.
Dude, the whole time he was tattooing me, he just kept, because I guess because like you told me when I was there, is like you know when it hurts, like how bad it hurts when it hurts because you're the one doing it, and like. I don't think I was just reacting naturally, but I wasn't doing anything crazy. But like every 45 seconds, he'd be like, I know it sucks, man. You're doing great. And then eventually fucking Josh came over and started doing it too.
Yeah.
So for like the last 30 minutes I was getting tattooed, it was like every 45 seconds. It was just like, hey man, you're doing great.
You're doing good, man.
I know it hurts. You're doing great. And they were just like, I was just like, all right. At this point, I feel like a giant pussy.
Because it sucks, man. And I mean, I only have my right leg free and my stomach free. I move on to my stomach this December.
Nice.
Woo, pray for me.
Would you let me tattoo you? If it was something small and stupid?
Maybe.
What if I asked you super nicely?
So my buddies and my podcast lost a bet recently. They've decided to have this.
You want to shout out the podcast real quick?
Shout out to my podcast, Game Pass or Smash, which has almost nothing to do with video games and is completely just us shit-talking each other the whole time.
Which is hilarious because it didn't start that way.
No, I mean, we still talk about games, like every now and then, but we do these episodes called Rubbing One Out where we're just like talking about whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. And it's usually poop and wiener jokes the whole time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I just love podcasting with these guys and I don't even care what it's about. I just want to hang out with my dudes.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's honestly the reason why, like, I wanted to. We decided to do Millsuck again. Like, this is a little too transparent for our listeners, but after everything that happened last year, I started realizing that I don't really have a lot of like passion for any of my like creative projects anymore. And I think it was because when I started working with The World I Knew, I started commercializing everything I was doing, not just the lyrics I was writing with them, but just everything I did. Like anything I wrote, anything I came up with, I just tried to commercialize it as much as possible, and then just started to not give a fuck about it because it wasn't as like me as it was supposed to be. So when we started talking about bringing Millsuck back, I wanted to make sure that we were doing it for fun, and not doing it to pop off because this format is basically dead anyway. So it's like, if we're gonna do it, I want to talk to people I want to talk to, and not people just to get people on or get views or whatever.
Yeah.
And I also want to talk about things I want to talk about, not just have to do the standard interview bullshit. So
honestly, I feel like that's the best way to do it. You know,
Agreed.
like with my podcast, for example, like I did the bastard sermon. I did one where I busted my ass for it in blood, sweat, and tears and tried everything to get as many views, downloads as I could. But with this one, it was mostly just, I'm 33. So I'm like getting to this age where I don't see a lot of people anymore unless it's like something to do with my business or pushing me forward. So if I get to see buddies, I want to make it worth it. So doing a podcast is just a great way to...
It's a great excuse to hang
out and put your fucking phones down. Like I play a lot of games with them online, yeah, but just like when we do the podcast, we're just hanging out and it's just a good time. And you know what? I don't give a shit if anyone listens to it.
Same.
I don't. I would like... It'd be nice if you did, but I don't care at the same time.
Like,
it's only if I go back and listen to it and I have a good fucking time listening to it and I can laugh about it with my dudes.
It's one of those things. It's like, if I could do this for a living, there's nothing else I would want to do. But I know that that's not like likely, but I can continue doing it. It gives me an excuse to get in a room with people that I'm genuinely interested in talking to, or people I just genuinely love hanging out with, and fucking just talk. You know what I mean? Because especially with
just see where it goes.
Like, we're adults now, dude. Everybody's busy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I got super lucky that like so many people were ever to make it out to a birthday party a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, I got so lucky because everyone's always so fucking busy. Mm-hmm. So like everybody's so busy that like you don't really have a lot of time to squeeze in I don't want to say nonsense hangouts, but like just for no reason, let's just get together and see each other and shoot the shit type of hangouts anymore. So podcasting gives you like an environment to do that with the people you want to do that with, and it actually gives like it's like an incentive to do it, which I also appreciate that factor because I don't socialize a lot. This is like most of my socialization these days.
That's how I feel in general. Just like I just feel totally comfortable to just sit here and just talk on a mic and just see what. Yeah, I could do it for hours.
I could sit here in silence with you on this microphone and only talk about something every 10 minutes while we're just trying to find good content, and I could do it for 50 fucking hours. You know what I mean?
And what's hilarious is now that we've stopped giving a fuck about the numbers, our numbers are great.
Yeah. Now, granted,
maybe that's
they're not
the trick. That's the magic trick.
The stream numbers themselves were at their highest consistently right before everything happened. Mm-hmm. But I find it better to not be like, damn, I wish I didn't get cancer because maybe we could have moved this momentum, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about that.
I have a similar vibe with like tattooing as well. It's given me like a good, not only is it fun that I get to work on art all day and, you know, make people really happy. And it's a really good connection.
Social aspect.
But I get to hang out with some people I haven't seen in fucking ever.
I've considered recently becoming a bartender for that very reason.
Just to talk to people?
Because I like crazy shit. I like stories. You know who has the
there's
best
plenty of
fucking stories? Bartenders and tattoo artists. Because their fucking clients tell them everything.
Oh my God. There's so much trauma dumping.
So much.
There was a guy that I tattooed not too long ago. Super cool dude. But he fixed grandfather clocks.
See what I'm saying?
Living.
Who does that?
I tried to ask him questions about it, but he just really wanted to talk about grandfather clocks. So he just talked about a little touch of the tism. Touch of the tism.
It nicked me.
It nicked him. But yeah, and they just will talk about it. And there's like a huge competitive world in the grandfather clock industry and all this whole thing. There's someone down in like the Gorge or Pigeon Forge that sells clocks. And everybody hates him, apparently. It's like a whole stupid drama with grandfather clock repairmen.
We were, was it Red River Gorge or was it Hocking Hills when we talked to the honey people? Remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, we stopped at this little like fair thing they had. And there was like...
That was at the Gorge.
We were at Red River Gorge. And there was like this little like market thing they were doing.
Yeah, it was at the bottom of the chairlift.
Yeah, it was. So we stopped over there. It was right after this was the last time we went, wasn't it?
Yep.
And we talked to this person about honey for like 35 minutes. And by we talked to this person about honey, I mean they told us about like all of the honey beef in Cincinnati's area for like 10 minutes.
Every single market that's out there, podcasting, tattoos, mood mats, is a very niche and market where people really fucking care about it.
Super
and are
competitive.
Super competitive.
And
I deal with this shit all the time with mood mats.
And people outside of that have no fucking idea.
You would have no idea.
Like, we have conversations constantly with people about how dramatic the Cincinnati music scene is. If you're not active in the music scene, you'd have no fucking idea this.
Oh, yeah.
I can attest to that, dude. Like, I'm super fucking. I was just talking about this with my boss and my coworker the other day. Like, every welder I know is super fucking competitive. Like, every one of them, like with the exception of like the one dude at our shop who doesn't care to be a welder, he just likes fabricating things. Like, with the exception of him, every welder I've ever met has an ego and wants to be better than you as a welder. Every one of them. And like, I used to have that same approach, not just in welding, but like when I was doing music. Like, I didn't just want to be good. It wasn't about even making it, really. It was just wanting to be better than everyone else. I want to write better songs than every other band. I want to write.
That's a unfortunate circumstance to any creative projects. And I've unfortunately been seeing that a lot in the tattoo world already. And it's just like, come on.
Yeah. I recognize that, like it's one of those things, like, I recognize it and I try not to let it affect my decisions and things of that nature. But I also like that for like motivation, because it does motivate me to do things harder when I want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
Like I when before, you know, because this is now the second time I've worked at the company I work for, because reasons we can talk about later. But the first time I didn't give a shit whether or not, like, after I got good enough that like I could see that my welds were decent, I didn't give a fuck. But ever since I got back, all I want to do is be better than my buddy Dylan, who works in the other room.
Yeah.
I just want to be better than him. That's it. I don't give a shit about anything else about this job over wanting to be better than Dylan Steele as a welder.
So are there legendary welders out there?
I don't know them by
Are there
name.
famous people in the welding world?
I think
Instagram influencers in the welding world.
Not that, I mean, yeah, there's definitely like social media influencers in the welding world. There's social media influencers everywhere.
I know, but it's just,
I don't know any of them. I don't know
the
any of
welding
them.
world celebrity.
I don't know any of them, because once again, my primary motivation for welding isn't even to pay my bills. It's just to be better than my friend.
Yeah,
I have to do it. Like, I told him when I got hired,
can't win.
I can't let him. You know what I mean? So.
You're a fucking winner.
But no, it like while it can be inhibiting, it can also be super motivating, is my point.
Yeah. Well, competition's like good.
Healthy.
You know?
That's why there's a difference
But
between
being
healthy
toxic-
competition and toxic competition.
Yeah.
Like, if you're literally trying to fuck people over to win, then you're an asshole. But if you have an ego about trying to do your best at something to progress at it, I don't see that as toxic at all.
So I watch a lot of Hell's Kitchen, like a lot of Hell's Kitchen.
Dude, why
love
did
reality TV, but let me get to it. Hold on. But the chefs that are in these shows, like, they quit their jobs working at God knows what kind of place they were cooking at, and they have the biggest fucking egos out there. Like, oh, I'm so much better than you because I cooked my steak a little bit better than you or something. And I'm just like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. In my mind, I think it is. But I mean, I've been in that dramatic world of like bands and shit like that, but I've progressed since then where I just don't care and I just want to work with people, you know what I mean, versus there's no point in talking shit.
No, and see, that's where I'm at currently, is I don't care about success in endeavors anymore. I just want to learn how to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't going to talk about this, but like, I just started working with my friend Cody. He's teaching me how to do scream vocals, because I used to do scream vocals when I was younger, but I was doing them way fucking wrong. I was doing it all throat, and I had a really bad throat infection from misdiagnosed tonsillitis. They ended up cut out extra tissue and shit. And ever since then, I haven't been able to do it.
God damn, dude.
So I decided I wanted to learn how to do scream vocals, not because I care to start a band or even do music at all. But
well, you could fucking record with your boy.
Well, that was the thing, is I was sitting here in this, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and I was sitting here in the studio with the people we recorded with last weekend. Shout out to Banks and David. And they did a couple songs with him. They were freestyling some stuff, and I can't freestyle shit, but I was sitting here writing, and I was like, I do miss kind of making music. You know what I mean? I don't miss anything about like
making the music,
the marketing, or any of that aspect. Making and performing music, I do miss.
That's the only part that was like good about music.
Yeah,
at
everything else for me personally, with my personality, sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not an outwardly social guy unless I'm drunk. So in order for me to do well as far as networking with other bands and other promoters and stuff like that, I have to be drunk to do it, which means my alcoholism's coming back. You know what I mean? I don't like the constant deadline shit. You always have to have something done by a certain time. I do not operate well artistically, douchey as that sounds, under like deadlines. I just don't.
Well, you also got to cooperate with all these other people that are just as creative as you.
Exactly.
And
collaboration
everyone is a little different, and it's hard. It's
collaboration
hard to do
can
a
be
group
very
project.
difficult. Like it just like there'll be times with like any type of collaboration where people just, because every time you do something, if you like what you did, it's the best version of it out of anybody else who's proposing an idea for that, and everyone's going to ride on that idea. And when you're doing something like writing songs or whatever, it inhibits the production of writing and getting and learning the song, because you're constantly like, no, I'm better, but this is this and this, and it
What if
always
we did this?
and it's
what
always
if we didn't do that
and
sick ass riff you just made up?
and it creates this hilariously like passive aggressive dynamic that I have seen in every band I've ever been around, where it's like you can tell that like from time to time there's like every band talks shit about every other band member when they're not around, and it's because of that same like passive like creative rub. And it's just because sometimes like with collaboration what you want gets lost more than you're willing to sacrifice, but it has to be that way. Like everybody like sacrifices and compromises when it comes to collaboration, but when you have to do so more than you really want to, you always get salty about it, and it just creates this general energy, and it's fucking hilarious.
It's a slight bit of tension.
Yeah, for sure.
Slight bit of tension.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like when they still do it to this day, the Young Mosh guys do. They would like once a week just sit down and just talk about feelings and shit just to get it out of the way, because if they didn't, there was going to be some sort of blow up or shit. We would do it every Monday. Like
That's fascinating.
yeah, we would talk about like, what do we have going on? Is anybody upset with anybody? Is there anything we need to address? Does anybody have anything they need to talk about or share or whatever? And then once we were done with that, we'd move on to writing.
I've never heard of bands doing that ever.
We had to because we were fighting so fucking much.
I cannot believe you managed to get around that with that kind of stuff. Because I mean, they're still around playing, and like
They're bigger than
hard.
ever. They're bigger than ever, dude.
Yeah, good for
They're
them.
like the biggest band from the city right now. Unless you count like, you know, the Nats that have been around for years.
Them going on the Doom soundtrack is probably one of the coolest bragging rights for a band.
That's one of Wes's favorite accomplishments.
I don't blame him, because it's cool as shit.
It's like one of Alex's like favorite things to be a part of too, because Alex did the application for him and went down to Texas for him when he recorded and all that stuff. So Alex was kind of a part of it as well, and it's one of Alex's, because he's a huge video game guy.
Yeah, same, dude. I that's just, especially the Doom soundtrack in particular with Mick Gordon.
Specifically because it's known not just for being a metal soundtrack, but for being a dope metal soundtrack every time. Like it's like famous for
everything
that shit.
has to be a banger.
Yeah,
with
it's banger after banger.
A work of art is what it is. And it's funny because it's just like breakdown after breakdown and a lot of open notes and stuff. But it's just a work of art. Like it's kind of like Animals as Leaders. You know, the band Animals as Leaders. Like that's a work of art.
Name? I always forget.
Tosin Abasi.
Yeah, that's a work of art. Like that's an art piece. Weren't we talking about that when you were in?
We were listening to him.
Yeah.
You know, I added like 4 Bill Murray songs to my liked playlist because of you.
Well, dude,
one of them is
Bill Murray's
incredible.
Fucking incredible.
They are great.
Honest to God, like I get what you mean now by like they're a joke band that makes real songs.
Yeah, Bill Murray is the old singer of Attack Attack, where he did the clean vocals with, you know what I'm talking about. He didn't do the screaming, but he left that band, didn't do music for a long time, and then he started making this joke band called Bill Murray, but it was just really fucking emo.
Right.
So emo, like especially the very first bits of his albums. So like, Who Hurt You?
I want to go listen to it.
It's so good.
I love
so
emo.
fucking good.
Nothing makes me happier than sad music, bro.
Listen to it and you're gonna fall in love, because every song that Bill Murray has released, I'm not gonna lie, is a legit banger.
I'm gonna go listen to it.
I would say 98% of the songs are.
I'm gonna go listen to their
so
first
good.
album on my way home.
It's called Teal or something. It's really good. It's got like a picture of like someone's cut wrist, and then they have songs like Eggy Pocket or you know,
Eggy Pocket.
You know what I mean? Like it's a joke band, Thickly, basing it off of Stickly. You know. But it's just a really good band. When I saw them perform, they had a Beyblade competition on stage.
Amazing.
It was fucking awesome.
I've never actually played with Beyblades, and I'm pissed about it. I've thought about
haven't
buying
either.
some. I've thought about buying some just to bring here to make people play with me.
I would learn it. I'm fucking dude. Like, oh shit, get them up. We're gonna put some money down on this one, boys.
Bro,
tonight.
we could make the cutout on the table of Beyblade Arena.
I'm already thinking about getting into tech decks.
Tech decks would be tight.
Here's the problem. I love toys, right? And I refused to buy toys because I knew if I bought a toy, I would need to buy more toys. And I could never stop buying toys. It would become an endeavor, and then it would really start, right? So I was like trying to show
like toys
restraint.
too.
But then I was high at a Target the other day, and I bought a Roman Reigns action figure, and now I can't stop wanting to buy toys. And it's
What's
been
a
a
Roman
problem.
Reigns?
Roman Reigns is a
Wrestler?
He's a wrestler, yeah.
Wrestler?
Yeah. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I saw Raw once. It was
like you saw it on TV or you saw it in real life?
I went to
dude. There's nothing like it.
I never watched wrestling ever before going to Raw. I got free tickets, and then when I went, like John Cena was there, and
nice.
I think what the fuck's his name? He's the straight edge guy.
CM Punk.
CM Punk he's in world champion
like
or whatever.
This was way back in the day.
Yeah, this was forever ago. But he was like the top one. They were building it up like The Rock was about to come out or something. But they had this guy, I think his name is Mankind, but he put a sock on his hand and everybody lost their fucking mind, dude. And he would touch people and they'd fly halfway across the room.
Dude.
It was awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
So much man drama.
Dude, there is nothing like professional wrestling on the planet. Like it is like whether you like it or not is irrelevant. It is the most.
Is it just like how would you describe wrestling? Like why is it entertaining?
Why?
Yeah, knowing that it's fake. Like for some reason the
Can
man
I show
drama,
you a video that'll
the soap
explain it to
opera
you?
aspect of the whole thing.
Can I show you a video that'll explain it to you?
Yes, of course. Wee. That's where you put a fart noise.
Fucking wrestling, dude.
So, me and my boys on the Game Pass or Smash podcast, we will listen to fart noises on our Spotify playlist. But you ever listen to the DJ? It's like, hey, we're going to listen to this one. Well, we listen to the fart playlist so much that sometimes we'll play the DJ and it will go, all right, we're going to take it back to this one. Remember this Smash hit? And it's just fart noise.
Here you go. So this is a guy named Jim Cornette. He is a he was a promoter and all this other stuff. And he's kind of like a legend of like the 90s and shit. And this is him. They asked him, what is professional wrestling? And this is his response.
You drive down the side of the road. You see two guys on the side of the road in a heck of a fight. You want to pull over and see what's going to happen.
And there's so many
right? And there's a big guy and a little guy. And that big guy's wailing on that little guy. And you're like, boy, he's getting a shit kicked out of him. But that big guy, he looks too big for me, so I'm not going to mess with this. But then, because you're a human, and it's human nature, the little guy comes up off the shoulder of the road and starts firing back. And the big guy's getting the shit kicked out of him. And then you're going, yeah, hit him again. Because you get with, you don't know who these people are. But you see and you get with it. Now imagine if you know that little guy, who he is, and that you like him, and that he's your hero, and that big guy, what a prick he is. He's an asshole. He says horrible things to everybody. I hope he gets the shit kicked out of him. Now, instead of just driving down the road and stopping, you might want to pay $5 or $10 or whatever it is to see that fight, to see whether the little guy can kick the shit out of the big guy and get even for you.
I mean, it makes complete sense. He put that very, very well.
Yes.
And there was like a moment when we were watching Raw and they had like an intermission and they were in the break rooms where the bathrooms were and stuff. And there was like some guy with blonde hair and he was a huge motherfucker came up and they had this huge slap fight and they were knocking down stalls and stuff. And I was like, this is batshit insane. Yes, this is batshit insane.
There's even if you even if you don't like wrestling, I recommend everybody go to at least one Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown.
It was amazing. I would go back. I went to a college wrestling night once too.
You want to go to the Royal Rumble with us in Indianapolis?
When is it?
February something.
That's enough time.
Okay, the reason why I ask is because the Royal Rumble is like, there's like, okay, so they do a monthly PLE, which used to be pay-per-views. And so they have like the ones that are just kind of like get you to the big ones. And then they have the big ones. The big three basically, or WrestleMania, obviously, and then SummerSlam and then the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is in Indianapolis in February. Tickets go on sale in November. Alyssa and I are going. My buddy Wes and his girl are going. Mm-hmm. My buddy Alan's probably going. You should come.
That sounds like a fucking blast.
You want to come to fucking the Royal Rumble in February, dude? Bring Nicole.
How much is it?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, keep me
tickets
updated
go
on the
sale
price.
in November. It's going to be expensive,
gotcha.
but we can get like upper more seats, right? And it'll be fine.
I don't care. You'll have screens.
I was going to say, we went to SummerSlam on a 24 hours notice a few years ago. It was literally the weekend before I started chemo. And we were going to SmackDown, which was the night before SummerSlam, because SmackDown was in Dayton or Cincinnati. I can't remember. And WrestleMania was SummerSlam was in Detroit. And they didn't sell it out. So they were selling tickets for dirt fucking cheap. So we got 2 tickets for $25 each. And we were like, fuck it. Let's go to Detroit tomorrow.
$25? That's not bad.
Yeah. With fees and shit, it was like $115 or whatever. whatever. But
Yeah.
like
That's
we
insane.
But we literally just
quite the
we went to
feed jump.
SmackDown. We went to bed. We woke up. We borrowed my mom's car because she had a better car. We drove up to Detroit. We saw fucking SummerSlam. We came back. We were literally 3 rows from the top of the arena. You know how like arenas have those like skirts that come down for like ads and shit?
Yeah.
It was obstructing our view of the screen. And we were too far away to like really get a good look of the shit, to the point where like half the fucking crowd just had their phones out, was watching it on the live while they were fucking watching it.
Yeah.
Right. One of the best experiences I've ever had, and couldn't see shit.
I mean, that sounds fucking awesome.
Fucking amazing. Have
Just
you
like
ever
the
seen
adventure.
70,000 people in a room?
Yeah, I mean,
It's fucking insane. Like I thought I would know what 60,000 people in a room would look like, and then I saw 60,000 people in a room. Like, this is fucking bonkers.
I can only imagine how exciting it would be to like what if they brought back gladiators? Maybe not like fighting to the death, but someone gets beaten the shit
Basically
out of.
what UFC is.
Hold on, because they literally have like a touring like medieval fight club shit.
Yes, dude.
Like they'll literally put on like people in heavy armor will literally just beat the dog shit out of each other in front of crowds now.
I love that.
Yeah, we should go to that too.
Yeah, I think we should go to that.
Boys group.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go to
Dude.
Fight Club.
Then we go see
Medieval-
monster trucks.
There we go. I would love to do that too.
Dude, I
As long
love
as it's not
monster
in
trucks.
Cincinnati, because US Bank Arena is where they do it and it's too small.
I've seen them do bull riding there.
But bull riding I could see. The monster trucks at US
I
Bank
bought one
is
of those
pretty-
little
or Heritage or
rope
whatever
trick
it is.
things where you can like spin it around. It's just a little thing, you know. I just sit there for yeah. It's the
Look at the flick of the wrist. You
Check this shit out. Check this shit out. Love that.
can start doing trapper.
Have you ever been to like a circus or anything?
I went to a Barnum and
I mean, I
Bailey
know
when
it's
was-
fucked up, but have you ever been?
Not
Well,
to a legit circus.
Well, I
no.
was taken to the greatest show on earth when I was a kid, but I don't remember much of it.
I remember that they had this big giant metal ball, and all the guys were riding motorcycles around it. How do you
Yes.
train for that?
You do that.
There's a
You
music
just gotta
video.
get,
You just do
you
it.
get thrown to the wolves. You think like first day, you're like, all right, go do it.
There's a song called Big Dogs by Hun and Kind, and like it's literally just people riding on these walls with motorcycles, and I'm like, teach me how to do that.
I mean, why not learn it?
I would love to learn how to do that.
It sounds like you're ready to learn anything.
I'm learning
You know
how
what
to,
you should do?
I want to learn how to draw.
Be a blacksmith.
I have a blacksmith friend named Dennis Mays.
I want you to be a blacksmith.
I
I,
don't-
want you to
I
make
have
me
to-
a gnarly claymore.
Yeah, but you have to like own property to be a blacksmith.
You don't need property.
Just use
Do
somebody
it here.
else's.
Do
Just
it
do
in
it
this-
here.
You just do it in this room.
Oh God, studio/blacksmithing.
You got a little bit of room behind the snare
Listen,
over
if
there.
Skyrim is any if Skyrim is any indication, I only need that corner because those blacksmiths fucking workshops were small as shit.
I mean, you really just need a tiny flame,
I just need a big pot of hot and some metal,
some hot pot.
some hot pot and some metal, and
Yeah.
we're done, dude. Just,
Yeah.
What, a hammer? I have a
Then
hammer.
you just wait it out. I'd make a fucking. You know what I'd make?
What'd you
I'd
make?
make a scythe.
I'd make the chains of Olympus.
You make giant chains.
No, like the swords from God of War, like the chains of Olympus. I'd make those.
You should make a giant chain.
Just make one big chain,
Just
like,
a giant
just
chain.
to hold down the world's biggest dog.
Like no one can pick it up.
Like,
No
this
one
is-
can pick
it's
it
just
up.
This is the shit they locked Fenrir up with in the Norse mythology.
I want it to be like as big as a car. And
Just one link is the size of a Subaru, bro.
I would.
I'm gonna make you the world's biggest chain.
You know how many free tattoos you would get out of that?
If
Dude?
I made the world's biggest chain,
yeah.
like I tattooed the world's biggest chain guy.
if I have 3 links to that chain, I could die happy.
I'm gonna make you a chain.
I would love a big meaty chain.
I'm gonna make you a chain,
And I want it raw.
Listen, I can't promise that you're gonna like the chain I bring you, but I'm gonna bring you a chain.
As long as it's physically impossible to pick up, I'm all about it. The heavier the better.
I
The
can
more
actually do
mass,
that. I can actually do that.
good.
All I'm gonna do is just take a regular chain and weld it to a piece of metal too heavy for you to lift, and then
You
give
kind
it
of
to
beat
you.
me at my own game there. Checkmate.
Loopholes.
It's just attached to a giant anchor. It's just
Well, we talked a lot about you tattooing. Let's talk about your other artwork. How's the mood mat business?
Moon Mats is like dealing drugs without anything to do with anything illegal. It's all legal, just selling pieces of rubber that people use for bongs. So what I do is I design and create mood mats, which are basically really nice bong coasters.
We have one in here, don't we?
You guys have like one of the first ones that came out. I should have brought some stuff for you, but basically In the marijuana industry, mood mats are highly collectible. It's a super niche market, and what people do is they will collect them and trade them like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, and there's a whole market for it. It's wild.
It's a mood mat.
They're made of upcycled wetsuits from New Jersey, and most of them I try to do in UV glow, all limited edition, all signed and numbered. Loads of fun. It's crazy seeing like this is a piece of mood mat history now.
Yeah, it's when eventually you end up in the Dark Mountain Cult Museum situation, we'll donate that to your exhibit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
I would love to make an art gallery one day. That's like an idea. I want to do like a tattoo art gallery dispensary thing.
Dude, you should do. Oh my god, you know what would be sick if you did a live tattoo gallery.
What do you mean?
You just had like the 10 or 15 favorite tattoos you've ever done people come in and show off the tattoo in real life.
That would be really cool, especially if I did like really gnarly back pieces, like really big, beautiful pieces or something, which eventually I want to work to that.
Call it Dark Mountain Pulp. Dark Mountain Pulp.
Dark Mountain Pulp.
Dark Mountain Cult live fucking gallery, dude. That would be sick.
I think it would be cool. I'm scared if I ever got like a tattoo shop. My wife and I also have like this dream, like, oh, maybe we'll open up a tattoo shop at the Gorge or something.
That would be sick.
How sick would that be? But, what would I call it? Cult tattoo? Like, no one's going to, how many religious people are going to come walking through my door?
Dark Mountain Tattooing.
DMC. Pat's Tats.
Pat's Tats.
Pat's Tats.
Tattoos.
Pattoos.
Yeah. Tattoos is actually not a bad name.
I really wish I came up with it before Dark Mountain Cult. But now I'm stuck. And the funny thing in the mood mat world is a lot of those people don't know my name, so they call me Dark. So I feel like I'm being called Dragon, which is weird. It's a little cringy, but...
Do you know what broke my heart, speaking of cringe?
What's that?
Remember those fucking, like, those, like, bounty hunter videos I was telling you about, and I sent you a few of them? Those were all produced. They're all fake.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. You know how mad I was?
You gotta watch those predator catching videos,
I
bro.
watched a few of them.
They're so good.
I watched one or two that you sent me.
Yeah, I still watch those to this time, There's this guy
Skeet Hansen, dude.
Skeet Hansen. I was about to say Skeeter Gene.
Fucking love it.
He does a good one where it's actually like basically Hansen.
I just want to let you know you've been skeeted in 4K.
What does that mean?
The police will be here in a minute. You'll find out.
Nothing, sir. He would be a good podcast guest.
Dude, so good. He's got some stories.
You know what's fucking crazy is a lot of these predator catchers are up like north in Dayton, and it's like genuinely really like they're really close to us. And
is
that's
this Skeeter
fucking,
in Detroit, like Michigan or something like that?
I think, but a lot of this shit is in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of My 600-Pound Life too.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I watch a lot of it.
Like how much?
A lot.
Like can you
I watch
quantify
it so
it?
much. I watch it so much that I watch a streamer who used to be 600 pounds react to every episode. And he's hilarious.
I love that your favorite like entertainment is just trashy TV.
I love it.
I know.
I think it's honestly due to ADHD.
I get that.
Because it's really hard for me to focus on stuff. But sometimes, like, let's say like a show like Shogun comes out or fucking Game of Thrones, like I can pay attention to that shit.
Right.
Because it genuinely interests me, but it's hard for me to find like new shows, things like that. I have to have something that's kind of mindless where I don't really have to be totally involved in it. Otherwise, I'll just play like a video game or something. But honestly, like a comedian on the Bastard Sermon came on, and he told me to watch Love Island.
Which one?
Bram Barnacle.
Okay.
Which you should have him on. He's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
He's great. But he came on and he was telling us to watch Love Island. So me and my wife watched it, and that is the trashiest show I've ever watched in my whole life.
Is that the one that Nikki Glazer hosted?
I have no idea, honestly. There's like a curse to this show where people have like killed themselves and stuff. The host, Carolyn Flack, killed herself.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking mega crazy. But the show, like, it just puts like 6 guys, 6 girls. They have to immediately pick a couple as soon as they see each other at first sight without talking. And then they have to sleep in that bed with them until like there's a change up and they all share a room, and then they all start fucking and they have nothing to do, and they're basically watched at all times, and they're out of their minds, so they just keep talking about each other and they're all fucking each other, and it's so fucking insane.
That does sound nuts.
It's insane. And my wife, it was almost too cringy, so I had to drop off after a while.
Try this hot sauce while you're talking.
Is that the hottest?
No.
It's not crazy hot. It's warm, but it's not crazy. This is Spirit Board's hot sauce.
Let me see this.
I promise you, I just had this conversation with somebody last week. I don't play about
Oh my God, it's a
food
band
and
hot
shit.
sauce?
Yeah, our friends in Spirit Board.
Yeah.
They partnered with Ruthless Reaper to create
Yes,
that Hell is Real hot sauce.
I'm gonna
It's
try
super
it.
good. It's a little warm, I'm telling you now, but it's not crazy. It's barely hot enough that I couldn't use it
You're asking
consistently.
me to try it on the podcast, and I feel like I'm going to regret this.
It's really not that bad.
I wouldn't fuck with you about food, brother.
But the flavor is amazing.
There's a little dot.
I'll do it with you. Look, I'll do it with you.
Do a shot of it.
I'm
If
not
you're
gonna
so,
do it. I'm not
if
gonna do a shot of it. That'd be crazy.
if it's just warm, you do a shot of
you
it.
don't have to if you don't want to, unless you want to.
Foreman's going to do a whole shot.
He's
dude.
like, well, I'm not gonna be left out of it.
Dude, do a shot. Drink that entire bottle right now and give me a free tattoo.
Dude, it's gonna hurt.
you fucked up.
I'll give you a
What are
free
you talking
tattoo.
about?
You do
Dude,
that on
it's-
purpose. Give me
it's
more. I feel like a
good.
pussy now.
You are a pussy, dude.
Always taking your boyfriend's side.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Hey,
Hey,
cheers.
cheers,
How
guys.
bad is this?
It's really not bad.
It's really not that bad. It's delicious.
But man, the flavor is so good.
It definitely has a...
It kicks.
yeah, it'll get you, but it's not crazy.
I don't do well with
Hell is real. Ruthless Reaper. Shout out to Spirit Board.
hot stuff. Actually, that was very tasty. I
It's
love that.
so
It's
tasty.
fucking
dude.
delicious.
That's crazy, dude. I want a hot sauce. I'm gonna make a Dark Mountain called hot sauce.
Get a hold of
now.
Ruthless Reaper. You could probably get him to do one with you.
I bet that'd be. I don't know what I would do it though. What flavor?
Well,
There's so many.
Maybe
there's
like
a lot
garlic.
to choose from. Do like a
one.
garlic parm
Oh, how about this?
or a spicy garlic.
A hot honey based
Ooh.
garlic.
You could rub it on your dick. That's a throwback to our last episode.
Have you
The honey
ever
packs.
jerked
Which came
off
out today.
with spicy stuff on your hands?
No.
No.
You never made that mistake?
Do you have? You want to tell us about it?
I think I've had this problem before, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But I have like a vivid memory of a very sharp, hot pain once
Or
after eating something spicy.
was it that, or was it?
No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. I think it was a little personal time. I think that's what that was.
Or was it that you had just done it too much recently and you were like rubbing like
It
scabs?
was like starting a fire.
Have you ever scabbed your dick by jerking off too much in too short
I think
of a time
every guy
frame?
has.
I did it once not too long ago, and I was like, dude, I felt like such a piece of shit. I was like, bro, I got to stop this. I've got to be stopped.
So we got to take it. We can't have sex tonight, honey. You get-
Yeah, dude,
gotta heal a little bit.
imagine being having to explain a scab on your dick to your your betrothed.
Yeah, I got it caught in a zipper. I got it
That's
was
what
caught in a zipper,
I
dude.
swear to God, that was going to be my excuse.
No, I swear to God, I just got caught, dude.
I was like, this is too much.
What's that movie? What? There's something about Mary where Ben Stiller gets his balls cut in his zipper.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you just got to show him like that. See, it happens. It happens. It wouldn't have made a movie if that shit didn't happen.
yeah, it wouldn't be in the movies. Everything in the movies is real.
Everything.
Every
All of
single
it.
thing. You ever seen King Kong? I've seen that gorilla.
I've seen him in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chicago Zoo. It was crazy.
He used to live in Cincinnati, and they shot him. It was a tragedy.
It was crazy.
Oh, so anyway, we've talked about your podcast. We've talked about your tattoo. Oh, we didn't talk about your collaboration with Cervisi Art.
Yeah. So that was really exciting.
Is that pre-sale still up?
No, the pre-sale's done.
Well, never mind.
But I mean, you can still buy them. I still bought extra shirts. The thing is I don't know how soon it's going to come out. Everything's just been really slow right now. I've been waiting 4 months on mood mats right now. So
Damn.
that's who. Yeah, it sucks.
What's
So,
what's causing the
staffing issues? Yeah. So I was invited up to New Jersey to go visit the Mood Mat headquarters because I'm one of the top guys in the country that does them.
That's my dog.
But
Cassidy.
But as I got the chance to do that, they offered me to do like a gallery event there. So we did like a special mood mat. I got to see the factory and how everything was made, how the wetsuits were provided, and how they shred them up, and how they print them on a machine, make them UV glow. It was cool. When we were there, we were all like smoking dabs and shit. It was fucking awesome in their office.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome. It was
I
fucking
was gonna
awesome.
say you got to be like a stoner to own mood mats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know what a mood mat is unless like you are like a super stoner. Like
Yeah.
those are.
I didn't know
for-
what it was until you told me.
I didn't even know what they were until I
And
got
I
into
am
them.
a stoner.
You just so you they're made for people that do like dabs. Like anytime I talk to anyone in my community that does mood or is in the mood mats, they're like it's like talking to Walter White about weed. It's crazy. They're talking about temperatures and all this other stuff and like all kinds of different glass pieces and why it's so important.
There's a whole
And
science, dude.
It really is, and it blows my mind. So when we went to the gallery event, They had this event where we got to do a special mood mat, special shirts, and they had like all these people come and see me, and it was so surreal and so heartwarming. Like they made me a cake, which was so
sick,
fucking
dude.
crazy, with one of my
That's
mood mats
sick.
printed on it. And
Wait. They had one of your mood mats printed on the cake. Bro, that's so sick.
it was so fucking. It blew my mind when they brought that out. I was like, I couldn't believe it. And
listen here,
I tattooed
listeners.
some people there too, which was pretty fun.
Take it from Pat Seta. If you're good enough, art is really fun.
Art is really fun. And when I was up there, and they had these things called a sesh, and a sesh is like a weed party. So it's like a weed flea market. So the whole gallery event turned into a sesh.
That's fucking
So all
insane.
these people were coming here. They had a table and everybody's just smoking, just passing out, and we're just all talking about art, listening to music. We had a DJ and stuff. I had made him play Jersey Shore on the TV because I went and saw the house too. You bet your ass I went and
I saw that on
fucking
Facebook.
house.
I saw it.
I went over there, and Danny, who was the fucking shop owner in the show, was making our shirts, and I was talking to him, and we were having a good time. And I went into the house, which is so much smaller than you think it would. It would actually be.
It
like,
has like 6 people in it, doesn't it?
yeah, but it's like they're not big people. Like
I
they're
thought they
very.
were.
No,
I
they're
thought that was
shorter
the whole
than
thing.
us.
Is they were just like, Meh.
Yeah, they're muscular, but they're shorter than us.
Like all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Nice?
You would
I
never think that.
I could think I could beat up Ronnie from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
I
you
like
probably
to think
could.
I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You're taller
strong,
than him,
but I'm
probably.
bigger. So
Fucking drop the situation,
But
dude.
you think like going on like a tour for a house
the
would be
situation has
interesting.
become a predicament.
You think like taking a tour in a house would be interesting, where they'd be like, oh, in 1675, the Princess something was here and dined with the governor of New Jersey City. And I'm making that all up. But
Yeah,
it was
figured.
like, this is where Snooki drunkenly pissed, and the stain is still here.
You went on a Jersey Shore tour, bro.
Yeah, I got to be
Just living your best life. I know how much you love Jersey Shore.
Oh, I hated it growing up.
Oh, so did I.
Absolutely hated it because I was too angsty for any of the. Fuck that shit. It's dumb. You
Same.
know. I'm trying to listen to fucking The Devil Wears Prada, bro. All right, I got better fish to fry. Dude.
I gotta bleed for Jesus.
Ah, there we go, man. But I hated it then, and we watched it recently, and it was just like such a product of its time, and it is so much trashier than you think it is, and it is so well worth watching it. It is
You
just
love it so much
trashy.
that it has convinced me. Because Alyssa keeps bringing up that she wants me to watch Jersey Shore with her, and I used to just tell her no.
It's a fucking shit show.
But you love it so much, and I know that you and I have a very shared love for like just nonsensical chaos
and cringe.
and cringe. So I was like, okay, well, if
Dude.
Pat likes it, also you're like a
It's the
personal
tra-
hero. It's like you're a personal hero of mine. So I was like, if Pat likes it,
Oh, shut up.
I'd have to watch it.
Yeah, I guess it'll be cool, Pat. Yeah, I guess it'll be cool.
Okay,
But
if Pat does it,
Promise
must be
you,
cool.
it's fucking awesome, and I'd love to hear from you. Like in
I
season
will.
3, like there's this huge domestic dispute that happens where I bet the cameramen were like, "Oh my god."
I have nothing to watch right now. Now's the perfect time to start it. If
Yeah.
I go home, and Alyssa and I are both agreed to do basically nothing on Saturday because we are busy tomorrow night and Sunday.
Saturday is Jersey Shore Day.
I will watch Jersey Shore and I will report back to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quiz.
I'll report back to you on Wednesday.
I'm gonna ask you like, what's a Guido, and like,
I mean, I think I know
what's karma? You know,
I mean,
karma.
karma is me having to watch Jersey Shore for all the bad things I've done in my past.
And then Foreman, I need you to watch it too. You also have homework. Thanks, bud.
Foreman don't watch it.
Not anything.
Well, you gonna watch Jersey Shore, bro?
He watches. I mean, he might do it for you. You guys are in love.
Can you?
Can you guys kiss
Can
on
you do it for me?
OnlyFans? Oh my God, check into OnlyFans. I'm going to convince him to kiss. I did it to
Is
Moxley
anyone
and
up?
Wes.
Is anyone up? You guys remember that reference? Is anyone up.com?
I remember.
They were sharing everybody's nudes
Are
over in
you up?
bands.
Oh,
Is anyone up?
anyone up on fucking Twitter?
Are they on Twitter now?
It
No,
started
it was a
on
website.
Twitter.
It was a website.
started on Twitter.
And then band.
Hunter Moore.
Yes.
That motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, it started on
Yeah.
Twitter. Then they created a website for it.
Is anyone up?
That
That's
dude
what's
was
gonna
such
happen.
a fucking douchebag. Did you ever watch his documentary?
No.
Oh my
I heard.
God.
I actually really wanted to, but I never had the chance.
You
to.
should. He is a shit show of a human being. There's a Day to Remember song where they may or may not have tried to wait outside of one of his hotels with a tire iron to break his legs.
Because all of their nudes were on it. something.
Well, I think it was either that or like I heard two different stories. I heard one of their nudes were on it and he refused to take it down, and I also heard that one of the band members' friends' daughters was leaked on there.
Yikes.
And they were not happy about it. And the one thing we've learned about A Day to Remember since day one is when they talk about fighting you in their songs, they fucking mean it.
I remember
I've watched Jeremy McKinnon try to fight fucking security guards online and in real life on numerous occasions. Like, dude is down to fucking throw hands.
I remember when that site came out and I was like, I will never send a nude to anyone.
Ever again.
Never. And
if they can get Danny Warsnop, god damn it, they can get any of us.
There was like a time, and this sounds so stupid, but that Mad Hatter, people put my phone number in the bathrooms. You know what I mean? And so I would get like fucking called, and it was just one shitty leak of a nude out there away from being posted all over the internet or something.
Fuck.
But my buddy Brad, my bassist at the time, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna share a nude to just promote the band.
What? This is Allies Aside?
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna post a nude just so that way I can get people to look at the band. I'm like, that is so stupid.
Just
dude.
write Allies Aside on your penis.
That's exactly what he did.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Did it work?
I have no idea if he actually did it or not. Never heard the end of that, but he said he was gonna do it, and he took a picture. And never heard back about it.
Speaking of music, when are you going to finally agree to play bass for Stereo Mammoth? I told you I got you.
I would personally love to do this, but
We
I
talked
just
about
have
it while he
no
was tattooing
time.
me.
I just have literally no time.
What? See, this is the problem. You guys can no longer do tattoos when we're interviewing Pat that day.
I should have. Next time I'm on the pod, I'm bringing a tattoo.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll let you tattoo some
here's the
on
deal.
me.
I will legitimately let you tattoo my ass on OnlyFans if you bring your tattoo gun.
Okay, what do you want on your ass?
I have no idea. We'll figure it out.
You have
dude.
no idea. You don't even have you want me to surprise you?
No, definitely not, because you're gonna put something crazy on there, and because I know you.
What if it's really nice?
Like we had to have a 10-minute
what if it's a really
conversation
nice
about not putting
tattoo?
genitalia on me when I said do whatever you want with my leg, and then I had to amend it to no genitalias though.
I just got a new tattoo book today that had a
I
whole.
do want that tit tiger so bad though.
I have a better one. You want some frog sex?
Can I see it?
I actually have the books in my car.
We definitely can't show this to the listeners, but I want to see it.
Yeah, so it's incredibly graphic.
Holy shit! May I?
Yes, it's incredibly graphic. There's
Holy
6 images.
Shit!
Yeah, they have like pussies and buttholes, fussies, frog pussies.
Damn, dude.
Bro, you be getting bored as hell.
That's amazing, though.
You know how bored you.
You
It's
want-
like
that's
literally
your
it's
next tat,
6
dude.
images, dude.
That's your next tat.
I'm gonna be real with you. No, the fuck it's
That's
not.
what's going on your butt cheek, dude.
No genitalia. Hey,
I
here's
didn't
some
want
frog
human.
genitalia.
I didn't want human dicks on me. I damn sure don't want frog dicks on me, Pat.
I'm not gonna lie. When I open that page, I was like, "Oh, there's another one. There's another porn page of some 1600s Japanese spank bank material. Someone's jacking off to that frog fussy.
Oh, for sure.
That fussy.
That fussy, dude.
That fudussy.
Frosty.
Frogsy.
Frussy.
Fragussy.
Fergussy.
Frogussy.
I like Fergussy. Man, that Fergussy though, you know what I mean?
My friend Dylan and I coined a phrase for fat elbows because he brought it to my attention that there's a name for fat ankles like cankles, but there's no name for like fat elbows, and we landed on obelbos.
Oh, how do you say it?
Obelbos.
Obelbos?
Yeah, like obese elbows, obelbos.
That's kind of a tongue twister.
If you think about it, it's just fun to say obelbo. But if you think
Obelbo?
about it, it's more accurate than saying cankle, because what is cankle a compound of? Cake and ankle? That's the only thing you can.
Dude, cake sounds pretty fucking good.
There's
right now.
cupcakes.
You have fucking cupcakes,
I have
bro?
cupcakes. You want one?
Yeah.
They're on the drum throne.
They're on the drum throne.
Yeah.
Like behind my kit?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would love a cupcake
You
if
can,
you
have
got
one. You can have one, dude.
Thank you. That's incredibly generous of you.
They were for my birthday and they were sealed up. But
Happy
I kept
belated
forgetting.
birthday.
Thank you. Heard you were out of town.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going. I would Marietta. I had to go to Marietta,
because
Ohio.
everybody at the party was like, "Where's Pat?" I thought you guys were friends. We were excited to meet him. And I
The whole
just
night
like,
was about me,
yeah,
basically.
pretty much. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
basically a party for you. It was my
Yeah.
birthday. We basically did a
We
Pat
only
party.
came because we heard Pat was coming.
It's like it was my birthday, but it was a Pat Seta themed birthday party.
That's so
you know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, so that's funny you brought that up. I went to Marietta, Ohio, because I got invited to go.
I've been there.
Yeah, it was a fucking 3-hour drive. It
Yeah,
sucked.
that drive sucks.
But I went up there.
Did you go to the flea market?
No, I was at a tattoo convention.
Oh, okay.
Grab one.
Fuck, man. I'll take the Charlie Brown one. Thank you.
Oh, you know I gotta have that Snoopy, baby.
Birthday boy gets Snoopy.
Well, it's not my
And we're
birthday
gonna cheers
anymore.
this. There's
It's
a lot of
definitely not my
cheers
birthday
tonight.
anymore. Yeah, well, we're all happy to be here.
Wait, how long ago was the birthday? Like,
Well, my birthday was on the 26th.
yeah.
These cupcakes were wrapped up as fuck when I opened them.
So it's birthday month.
Yeah. Well, my
Like it's-
birthday month was last month.
No, it's like in a 30-day cycle.
Oh, so I get to choose what 30 days it is?
That's what I'd like to think. You
Okay,
know?
cool. So I want the last week of September and the first 3 weeks of October. It's my
Yes.
birthday month, bitches.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, it doesn't matter. It's just like 30-day period.
So anyway, you went to Marietta?
Yeah, I went up there to Marietta for a tattoo convention event for Mood Mats. And when I went up there was a guy, I got like a little tiny tattoo of like Saitama from One Punch Man where he's saying it's okay.
Nice. Where's it at?
It's right
Let me see it.
right there.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Just a little tiny one. But there was a guy there, and I wish I got a chance to get tattooed by him, but he had like the primitive Native American style tattoo machines, or not machines, but it was like a nail and hammer. And it was like so fucking crazy. You know, we're like using a hammer to nail it
Sorry,
in.
I had an idea. Sorry for
What's
distracting
the idea?
you. Is my tattoo still sitting over there? The one your mom gave me? I believe I left it here again.
Not where
Your tattoo?
it
So
was.
So his mom saw that you tattooed me,
Yeah.
right? She was like, I didn't know you liked tattoos, so I figured I would just get you one. And I lost my shit. I was like, you better fucking not have got paid for me to get a tattoo. I love you, but you are not actually my mother. You know what I mean? And she handed me this little thing. It was one of those like stick-on tattoos. And I was like, what if I just have Pat? I was making a joke to him. I was like, what if I just have Pat
Actually tattooed?
Oh no, it was Alyssa. I said, what if I just have tattoo? Like Pat
Tattooed.
What if I get
Are you
tattooed?
getting like tongue twisted with
I
the
am,
tattoo?
dude. I'm having a hard time. I have a little bit of an ADHD stutter sometimes.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's like, what if I just have Pat tattooed above my Achilles tendon or above my Achilles right here on my other leg and just be like,
Yeah.
you
It's
got me
real.
a tattoo.
Thanks for that.
Thanks, dude.
What
It's
is
permanent.
the design? What is it?
It's like a skull with like a it's like very piratey. I'll find it. I think
a
it's in
skull
my,
with tits?
I think no, it's not a skull. Just I'll give me a
It is
skull.
now.
Speaking of tits, Alyssa drew those.
I was wondering who drew the boobs.
Yeah,
Those are some huge knockers.
yeah. She knows what she likes. Girls got good
Is that a
taste.
penis?
She did not draw that. She's way better than that. You know that. But that is a dick. Yes.
What does sad boobin mean?
You would
Look
have
at
to
him.
ask.
To take a real good look.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it.
Look at like the stomach in comparison to the tits. For the listeners, there's a whiteboard in the studio that Dylan uses for his band, and right
Let's do
now
this.
you can't do that because of YouTube.
It's fine.
Is that what was that? The legs?
For sure, don't think this is fine. No, so that's obviously those are the breasts, and that's the stomach.
Okay.
Right?
What's this thing?
That's the smile. That's the sad part. That's like the
Oh,
frown.
it's a mouth. So the
Yeah.
mouth's on the stomach.
Yeah, I don't know why she put that
Does
there.
she have a mouth above? Like, does she have a head?
I assume that I don't. Okay, once again, I didn't draw this. You want me to call Alyssa?
I'm trying to get some lore.
I will call Alyssa about the lore of
Call
it.
it.
Okay, bet.
We have a caller.
All right.
We're calling them Alyssa. We're gonna find out the lore of this.
Sad boobin.
What sad boobin is. Text your 911 emergency.
That'll be fantastic.
Hello.
Hey,
Emergency! Emergency!
Hey, so Pat has some questions for you about the lore of the lady with the tits that you drew at Dylan's house. Can you please answer his questions? I'm handing him the phone now.
Hey, I have a serious question. So, what's the lore behind the sad boobin? Like, there's a mouth on her stomach. Does she have a head? Some shoulders? Like, does she have like any? Is she just a torso or boobs?
She's just titty. That's all there is.
There's no mouth. There's no head.
Nope. Just
No
titty.
butthole.
Maybe a butthole. I think she
Is
deserves
it
that.
alive?
Probably.
How? So that's where I'm a little confused. And I need to know a little bit more about the anatomy of what's going on here.
There's a few continuity errors that Pat's trying to clear up.
It has a mouth. Like, does it have teeth?
She doesn't have teeth. She doesn't deserve them. She lost them in the war.
There's a war?
That's why she's sad boobin.
PTSD,
That's why she's
boobin?
sad. She lost her teeth in the war
Trauma tits.
How'd she lose her teeth in the war?
because it was a big war.
She tripped
You're,
and fell
you're
on a
really
doorknob.
walking yourself into a lot of questions here. There was a big war? Who was it? What was the war about?
The titties.
The titty war?
That sounds like
Yeah,
a fucking
there
amazing
used to
war.
be 3 titties, but then after they lost the war, she only had 2.
What is her part in, like, how is it a war? Is it just about her, or was there like a whole titty army, titty torso army?
It was just about titties in general, man. It was just the Great Tit War.
The Great Tit War. Okay.
Yes.
Apparently, where the sad boob girl is from, they're not good at elaborating.
They're not very good, you know.
There's a lot of secrecy around it. I'm not allowed to say too much.
Well, we appreciate
Or
you
the FBI
disclosing.
will kill me.
We appreciate you disclosing what you could, babe. I'll talk to you later.
There's no butthole?
When are you still recording?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
Oh, okay.
There's no
that's fine. I
butthole?
love
Is
you.
there a butthole?
No butthole for you. Anyway, I love you, baby.
I love you.
She's not really like telling me if this thing has a butthole or not. Like, does this thing
I mean, she
eat? Like, if it's
blatantly
living?
told you she didn't have one because she didn't.
The
or
Great
she said
Tit War.
yes.
I mean, I came out of that with a lot more questions than answers, you know?
well, isn't that what art is supposed to do? It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to make you feel. It's supposed to make you wonder.
Well, I want you to tell me what you're thinking here. What's this Great Tit War about?
Well, here's the thing. I
About
have a
tits.
theory. I have a theory that that's not actually a mouth, that it's a scar where the third tit used to be. And she lost her tit, so she lost her
From the
honor.
war?
Yeah, and she lost her third tit, so she lost her honor. So that's why she's sad. That's the theory I've come up with.
Yeah.
It's way better
Does
than
she have
what
a family?
The pitter patter of little
she
titties
lost
running around,
her.
dude.
She lost her sister in the war.
Does she have a little titty junior?
Well, no, because no one will bed her because of her lack of honor, because of her lost
The
titty.
scar?
Yeah,
The scar of shame.
yeah,
Yeah, but she lost
yeah.
her
It's
sister.
basically a cesarean scar.
Is her sister also a titty torso?
She was a titty legend.
Titty legend, but titty torso?
Yeah, she was a titty torso legend. They were twins.
Do they talk? Can they speak?
They communicate with clapping noises, like so when their cleavage claps together, like they it's kind of like Morse code for tits, really.
Now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes of this. This is where it's
How
going.
do they
All right.
communicate?
Like, what's the dating life for one of these guys?
They are asexually reproduce.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, it takes some effort. They need some scientific assistance because
So
they're
they don't
very
have social. Do
technological.
they have social lives? Like, are they normal people?
Man, you'd have to ask.
Sorry, you got yourself pretty deep in this.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, they do have they're a very big. They have like a lot of trampoline communities. Like
Like the torsos will jump on the trampolines.
yeah, they're all about tits in that culture. Yeah.
But that's like a normal, not a weird sex thing, though, is it?
I mean, I'm sure there's weird sexing that happens just as much as there is in our culture.
But I mean, so you would say that Titty Tamara here, sad boobin, has friends, pets. What's the favorite food?
Look, dude, this is where you deflect. Be like, listen, these questions are coming from a place of privilege. You don't know what it's like to walk around as just a set of titties, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, imagine
Respect the
being
culture.
Imagine
I could have really dug deep on this. Just
See, this is an entire being that you are literally just objectifying to a set of tits, and that's what I don't appreciate.
well, no, I was wondering about the mouth.
Oh, which is worse
And the butthole.
a little bit. See, again, definitely worse. Show me your asshole, bitch.
Show me you have an asshole. Do you have an asshole?
Prove it. Which they do try to get.
What's your favorite food?
They do try to get artists to show the crowd their assholes at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
And
Didn't
they
you go to
succeed.
that?
I did.
How was that? How was the gathering of the Juggalos?
Fucking batshit crazy, dude. It was
Like
the
in a
craziest
good way?
experience. Yeah, well, yeah. It was chaos everywhere.
Did you
I
guys
told
help
you about
paint?
I told you about the booty duck,
Okay,
where the girl shoved the booty duck or the rubber duck in her ass while everybody chanted booty duck at her.
I don't think you told me
I
this.
definitely told you about that when you were tattooing me.
I must have been laser focused or something,
Probably no, like it
or
was.
high as shit.
It was both of those things.
Yeah.
Because we were outside trade zizzing for like 25 minutes with Josh
Yeah.
before we went back to
Yeah.
it. That's how you know that's how you know you trust an artist, when you smoke so much weed with them outside before they tattoo you, dude.
All right, I'll be like, all right, now that you're completely shit faced,
Yeah, it's like, now that you're just
ready
fucking-
to get tatted.
Out of it, bro. How about you stab me?
Do you prefer getting tattooed under the influence of weed?
I mean, I do everything under the influence of
What
weed.
about you? You don't smoke weed.
I
That's
don't
right.
smoke weed
We're
anymore.
very opposite. He doesn't smoke weed at all. I never not smoke weed.
I love weed.
Same. It's a magic place.
Hey, cheers to weed.
Yo, cheers, dude. You want to do
weed.
tradesies?
We'll do tradesies.
Do tradesies? Is your, what's yours?
Weed. Sativa. It's some strain called This Is Permanent. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means, though.
That's strawberry flex.
I think that's peach.
I used to love weed so much, dude. If it didn't give me anxiety the way it does, I would still love it.
It gives
Dude,
me
listening-
anxiety, but just not on your level.
It's interesting you say that because I used to struggle with that a lot, you know. But so I smoke sativa. I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, you got to find the right strain, whatever." But sativa is like meant to handle depression, ADHD, anxiety, stuff like that. So I don't know how true that really is, but the placebo effect that it provides me makes me feel really good. But I've also had times where I've had complete mental breakdowns over getting stoned. Like there was a one time where I have my medical card and I bought a it was like a gel tablet, kind of like an Advil of weed, and it was,
I have some of those at my house right now.
I thought it was 5 milligrams, dude. It was 50.
Oh fuck!
It was bad. It was bad time. I was having a complete meltdown. My wife thought I was out of my fucking mind. Dude, she was looking at me like I was crazy because I was talking crazy because I was having I don't know what I was saying. I've never been that high in my whole life. It was like bad enough where I could, it was anxiety where, and no one talks about the anxiety that weed actually brings. There are downsides to that kind of stuff, but it's all about balance, you know? So what I did is I went and took a bike ride, you know, like just get it out of my system, breathe, count. But I ran into someone I knew and I really wasn't happy about that.
It's worse now.
Yeah, it was like I was like, holy shit, is that you, blank? And they were like, holy shit, nice to see you. And they were seeing their mom, who was like a senior person that lived in the street, and she was trying to call me over. Oh, you're a neighbor. Come on over here. Come on over here. And I'm like, no,
thank you.
I'm good.
I'll see you. And I rode my bike away.
Pedal myself
I haven't
away.
talked to them since then, so I don't know. That's the first thing I'm going to bring up when I talk to them is like, oh, sorry about that last time you saw me. I was out of my mind. But I get home. I'm almost done. When I get home, I sit down. I'm finally over like the tidal wave of anxiety, because that's all it is with anxiety. Get over that fucking tidal wave. Once I'm like riding that downward, I get this feeling. You ever watch like the old Dare commercials where you're completely deflated on the couch?
Oh yes,
Couch lock. So this was an indica that was in the pills, and it was like total opposite of what I'm used to. I have a Doberman, and I put my hand on the Doberman. I've never tripped before in my whole life. I've never done any other drugs. It's just smoked weed. But my fingers felt like roots, dude. I tell you what, they felt like fucking roots on the dog. And the dog was looking at me, and I was looking at the dog. And my dog groans. And I'm like, I feel your energy right now. And I just felt like a tree rooted there. I don't know how else to describe it. That sounds so stupid.
roots above and branches below.
Yeah, it was a Devil Wears Prada album. That's exactly what that was.
Now, dude, but back in my heavy smoking days, me and my friend Ben went and bought some edibles, and they were, we each ate one, and they were 220 milligrams apiece.
Did you die?
No, but we watched an alien documentary immediately after that. And my brain didn't work in any other direction, but I
Unsolved
understood.
mysteries kind of shit.
Kinda. It was like
It's like when it's actually kind of scary a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this might be
yeah,
a
where
little
they like
too
interview the people who have been abducted and shit. Oh my God. Watching one of those, the highest I've ever been, fucking incredible. That was great.
I thought I saw a UFO not too long ago.
I thought I saw a bunch of them once. Go ahead.
I would love to hear your story here shortly, but I was on Ronald Reagan, heading home. Wasn't smoking at all during this, by the way, but I was stuck on traffic on Ronald Reagan, which is actually kind of surprising. It doesn't get a lot of traffic there that often, but when it does, you're just stuck there. And it was like right around like a twilight kind of time where, you know, the sky was a little purple and orangish, you know, you could kind of see stars. And I was just looking up because I wasn't moving. And one light was just really bright, and it was like a North Star, I thought, or something, but then the light turned off. Like it just vanished. And I was like, that just like double took at it, and
Stars
I was like, "What
don't do that?"
And it turned back on, like the light reappeared, and I was like, "Is that a fucking UFO?" And I tried to pull up my phone, and I'm like, "Oh my God, is that a fucking UFO?" And then as I'm about to pull up my phone, it goes away and it didn't come back.
So
I don't know what that was.
Inconclusive. We don't know what that was.
It was unidentified.
That is an unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
It was flying. You couldn't identify it. UFO.
It's in the air. It's flying to me.
By definition, you have seen a UFO.
I've seen a UFO.
Nice, dude.
Dude.
I did not. I
fucking-
thought I did, though.
What are you talking about?
So I was at my buddy Sarah and Matt's house with Alyssa when we were all like drinking and hanging out. And SpaceX was launching a string of satellites. I think
Oh,
it was
shit.
the night that what's the web link?
Starlink.
I think it was the night that Starlink set those satellites up. We were in Eastgate and we're in their backyard and we just see all these lights. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, I bet that would trip me out too.
And they were like, dude, what is that? We watched them and it was like, and I was
Like
like,
a string
are
of
those
lights?
fucking aliens, dude? And like, what would happen is like every few, what would, obviously look like inches from where we were sitting, like one of the satellites, but one of the UFOs we thought would just stop and the rest of them would just keep going. And I guess that's them being detached or whatever. And like, we just realized that I was like, if I was an alien species and I was going to invade a planet, I would also create a perimeter around their atmosphere. And then immediately we were all just like, is that aliens? Holy shit, we're seeing aliens right now. We all went from excited to fucking terrified so fast because like they were there. Like it wasn't like we didn't see them. They weren't trying to escape. Like everybody says, suddenly it left. That wasn't the case for us. They were just there. And we were like, oh, fuck, aliens are here, dude. Hell yeah, we're seeing aliens. Oh, that's a lot of oh, fuck.
Kind of freaking out.
Oh God, no. And then we finally looked up, like, is there anything happening in the sky tonight, basically? And then it turned out that it was SpaceX launching those fucking Starlink things. And I was like, oh my God, thank Christ. I was like, I've never been so afraid in my life. I was like, dude, we're literally being invaded by aliens right now. That's I had to come to so many realizations so fast in my brain that
I
it
don't
freaked
think
me the fuck out.
I'd freak out if I saw a UFO for real. If like I saw one and be like, holy shit, it's a UFO.
Dude, you ever seen 30 of them? What would you think if
Well, I
you
guess
saw
if-
30 UFOs?
If I multiplied the feeling I felt of seeing one UFO by 30, I guess that would kind of excite me in a scary kind of way.
It's an overwhelming
Like,
feeling.
uh-oh.
When you think you're being honest to God, and for at least 7 solid seconds in my brain, we were being invaded by aliens. Like, this is a battalion, dog. Like, why are there 30 aliens here? That's fucking crazy. Send one.
That's a lot. Why do you need that many?
Why? You don't need that many aliens, dude. Like, where we get it.
Fucking chill.
Like, one of you could probably decimate our entire planet. Like,
one
what are
of
we
you
doing?
makes me surrender.
Yeah, like, I'll give up, dude. I won't even try.
Please.
I just want to be friends.
I'm just
Like, you
saying.
guys listen to music? You
I
wanna
want to know
share?
what y'all are smoking on, for
you
real.
ever checked out Stereo Mammoth, dude?
Can I introduce you to Bill Murray?
Here, hit this shit. When my alien gets here and we're hanging out,
So like an
we're gonna
alien
be
Led
listening to
Zeppelin.
listen
What
to
did
this
you find
shit.
out about the humans? They're super chill, dude.
We
They
get
just
high
like
as
eat
fuck.
cupcakes and talk shit, dude. That's all they do.
Oh, it's kind of funny in your situation where it's like, guys, everybody calm down. It's not aliens. It's just space internet. No big deal.
It's just
You
something
know what's
equally scary.
a scary thing though that I think about is what if you ever seen Gravity?
I haven't seen the movie. No,
Oh well, you're fucking up.
no,
'cause
it
it's
looks
crazy.
fucking anxiety inducing.
What happens in that movie is basically space trash. You know, like let's say there's so much stuff in the atmosphere, for example, or not the atmosphere, but just orbiting. That let's say if a satellite collided with another one, and it would create a chain reaction that this debris would be shooting in micro-sized bits at 30,000 miles an hour or something, or a second, or however fast it is. And it would just take out all the internet and everything, and there's
Yeah.
nothing you could do about it. And
then
it's like,
Sandra
damn,
Bullock-
is that a real thing?
Then Sandra Bullock gets sent off into space.
Yeah, so that's what's going on in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, I hope that never fucking happens. Damn.
Did you ever see Don't Look Up?
No,
I think
I
that's
haven't
what it
seen
was
that
called.
one.
So good, dude.
No.
Is that the one I'm thinking of about the
Asteroid's
asteroid?
coming, and Jonah Hill is like a fucking capitalist. He's like, no, we're going to make a fuckload of money off this. And all the scientists are like, no, it's going to destroy the Earth.
It's basically what would happen if Apophis hit us. It's pretty much what it is.
I saw this fun horror movie recently. That you ever seen Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I don't think
Well,
I've ever
it's
watched
fucking
it.
It's a fun
awesome.
one.
It's fucking awesome.
I might
It's
put that on my
campy.
list.
Yeah, it's about whatever. It's about giant spiders. But I saw a movie where it was like there's this blizzard and this alien lands into this like girl's house, and
That's
it's
a movie
this
with
little
the dude
spider.
from Scream in it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry.
Anyways, The spider is an alien, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it starts eating everybody in the apartment complex. So it's like giant spider movie. It's just really, it was really good. I recommend it. Sting. Oh, Eight-Legged Freaks is great.
It's so good, dude. It's the campiest.
Yeah, that dude.
That yes.
He was
for
in
that.
Scream, right? I'm not tripping. Oh no, he was in Scary Movie playing the guy who was in Scream.
I think he was in Scream, dude.
I have to find out.
2002?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that old.
Holy shit, dude. I was listening to Find the Great Line recently. I was telling you that. And it came out in 06. And I was like, fucking serious?
What is it?
Yeah, it's Scream. You're right. He's right there in the top right.
What?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I was right. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm never right. Let's go.
Hey, 10 points to Gryffindor. There you go,
I'm a
dude.
Slytherin.
Ah, well.
I just wanted to be edgy for a second.
Are you a Slytherin?
I mean, I took the Pottermore quiz and I was a Slytherin, but
What are you?
Probably
cunt.
either Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff for sure.
I'm a Hufflepuff when it came to Hogwarts Legacy.
I didn't get to play Hogwarts Legacy. I'm still thinking about doing so though.
I bet
Is it
it
worth
is
it?
so cheap. Oh my God, it's great. It's very repetitive.
I don't mind
But
that.
the music and walking around Hogwarts and Hogsmeade and flying on your broomstick is awesome. And the combos that you can do with your spells are great. And eventually you can get Avada Kedavra.
Oh
And
my God, killing everybody.
I had Crucio all the time. I'd be like just a normal happy-go-lucky helping everybody at school thing, but then I'd Crucio motherfucker as soon as I walk out. And I bet all the students are watching like, oh shit.
That dude's a psychopath. Dude. That's a literal Jekyll Hyde situation.
So I had a lot of joy. I Crucioed every fucking person in there, dude. And then you can like Avada Kedavra. Like you can't do it to students or like important people, but you could just Avada Kedavra any person you are fighting against. You can just fucking kill their ass.
I'm killing everybody, dude.
It's great. And then when you go to school and you're like, oh, I can't wait to learn more at Hogwarts.
Yeah, why do I need to learn anything? I have the literal cheat code right here. It's Avada Kedavra. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Crucio.
Like, what the fuck do I need good grades for? I could just kill you right now. It's very easy.
I guarantee you could probably find that game for like $10-$20 right now.
I might try to do that
because
actually.
it is a good game, but just know it's repetitive. But you're there just to kind of experience the fun. Its story's
People
pretty
consider
good.
Ghost of Tsushima repetitive, and I love that game.
That is one of the best games ever made.
It's a
It's one of the
great game.
best games ever made.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
I'm playing,
dude. I just replayed. I was just telling you when you were tattooing me. I just replayed it.
I've gone through it like 3 times.
The first time I ever played it, I didn't realize that the Iki Island shit was an add-on. And I did it immediately, which
It's
is
so
not,
hard,
which
too.
is so fucking hard.
It's so fucking hard.
Like
Iki Island is
if
so
you do
hard.
it like as soon as it pops up, dude, like I thought I was supposed to
soon
do.
as Act 2?
Iki,
Yeah.
Iki Island is so fucking hard. And like it's like I was stuck on it because once you go, you cannot leave.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's just a mission, whatever.
No, you
So you
crash
go
land.
and then you literally cannot leave until you finish the main quest line, which is already like 5 hours.
It's a quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Easy. Or
Yeah.
maybe even a third of the game.
Dude, it's huge.
It's
so
fucking gigantic.
So like legitimately, I was just stuck on this island where everyone kills me so fucking easily that by the time I got off Iki Island, I was leveled up enough that getting through Act 2 was literally just doing
You
this
probably
shit.
just destroyed
I
everybody.
wrecked everything, dude. I just came out as a fucking tank, bro. Just like I'm killing
They
everybody.
didn't have those war witches that they had in Ghost of Tsushima where they're like encouraging and superpowering
yeah.
all the Mongols
yeah,
and
just
stuff.
tanking out everybody, so it
Yeah.
takes 7 hits to kill a fucking archer.
But the best thing about Ghost of Tsushima is like you don't really make contact with enemies. You kind of just flow through them. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just what it's so satisfying.
Yes, it's a
playing that
very
game.
it's a very clean, like very clean mechanically, and I appreciate that very much. But it's also a gorgeous game.
Have you ever played Resident Evil 4?
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
Well, I'm playing 4 for the first time, and it is fucking awesome. I was going to say, play it.
I
It's very
actually
spooky.
I actually am considering getting into the Resident Evil games, and everybody tells me to start with 4.
4 is classic as it gets when it comes to Resident Evil. Like that is Resident Evil as Resident Evil can get. And then 7 is scary as shit, but it's first person. But then 8 is also really fucking good, just like 4. But if you want to, I started at Resident Evil 8, which is Village. So it's like vampires and werewolves. So it was a really good starting point. It was more action adventure versus horror.
Which one was this?
8.
Okay.
So that might be a good one to start at. Resident Evil 4 is actually kind of scary.
I do have kind of an issue with like older mechanics on newer consoles. Like they fuck me up a lot and make games a lot
they
harder.
remade Resident Evil 4.
I'm bad at video games. So like when like clunky mechanics will fuck me up.
The thing is like when you're aiming to shoot at someone, it's very stressful, you know, because they're slow moving and coming at you. But it just depends on if you're better at third person or first person.
Right.
So if you like first person, I would Village is a cinematic experience. It's a lot of fun. There's one part in that game that is so fucking scary. I wish I could tell you about it, but it's so fucked up. I recommend it. You know what I mean? Just for the scene, because you're gonna message me if you played that and you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Which one is that one now?
8.
Okay, I might play 8 just because you.
I think it's like $10. There's just one. The game's just really good, just going in general, because the vampires and werewolf shit is just so fucking awesome. I think in my mind.
I also like those. Those are my favorite of the monsters. I'm very easy to please with.
Have you watched Midnight Mass?
What is Midnight Mass,
bro?
Hold on.
I'll look up Midnight Mass.
Is it a show, a movie?
It's a 7. I've been telling everybody about this. It came out right at the same time as Tiger King, but Midnight Mass is a 7-episode series on Netflix about vampires. But it's kind of like Stephen King's It, if that makes sense.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Nah, but the acting's fucking incredible.
Cast. That's what I wanted to see. Casey. I know that guy. What was he in? Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you know. There's some good actors in it, but
I would definitely watch it. I definitely might watch it.
What's the best vampire movie, though?
Lost Boys. Don't talk to me.
I've never seen it.
What the fuck?
Dude,
don't talk to me about vampire movies if you've never seen Lost Boys, bro.
Can I be honest? It's always looked really cringy.
It's super. I mean, it's cringy now because it's not, you know, it's a campy vampire movie, and vampire
You'd
movies
love it.
become such a. It's
You think
super
so?
Good.
Yes.
I've never seen Interview with a Vampire either.
I haven't seen Interview with a Vampire. I have seen Queen of the Damned, and that movie's fantastic. Underworld's pretty good too. And I think
30 Days of Night.
30 Days of Night,
awesome. Dude.
I don't think I've seen that one, but I think I love the concept of it.
Dude,
like
that one,
like in Antarctica during the month of darkness or whatever it's called. Yeah, I love that concept. I've been meaning to watch it.
That one scene where he's just like, God. No God.
No
I was
God.
Like, that was so fucking cool, dude.
Definitely watch Midnight Mass. It's a really good vampire horror show, and it's done really well. There was a vampire
on Tubi,
movie.
I'm watching it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, it's also on Peacock, so I can watch it without ads. What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Dude, it's a fantastic movie. And then another good vampire movie that I saw recently was something called Abigail.
Ooh, I saw ads for that. Is that about the little vampire girl who like traps the people trying to kidnap her in the house?
So they're not trying to kidnap her. It's just robbers get in the house, and then the vampire lady is trapped. They're trapped with her.
I'm gonna watch it for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Because it looks cool as shit.
It's a little weird, but it's pretty cool.
I don't mind weird. Did you watch the? Not a horror movie. Did you watch the magical the American Society of Magical Negroes?
What? No.
I saw ads for that and it looked so cool, dude.
I like it because it feels like a movie, like, because you know how everybody talks. I didn't mean to do that. You know how everybody talks about how like the Marvel movies kind of blew up the fucking film industry and kind of made it impossible to make movies like you used to.
Okay.
This is a movie that was made like just to be campy, like not campy, but like just to be like fun and like not that edgy. You know what I mean? And it's super funny. Like, Shiny.
First one up.
Matt. Look at you go. Magical Negro. But yeah, it's the American Society of Magical Negro. Basically, it's about this organization that finds uncomfortable white people and pleases them before they do something that might harm black people.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's their magic. Is they go and they find, like, they have like this thing. It's a discomfort meter, and it's how uncomfortable a white person is in their life. And if they get too uncomfortable, they do like terrible things to minorities. So their job is to stop them from being that uncomfortable. But it always ends up with them just like doing whatever this white person needs. They're like the fairy.
So
they're literally like the
ridiculous.
fairy godmother of white people. It is ridiculous conceptually, but it's fucking hilarious. It's got the dude from Pikachu Detective or whatever.
Okay.
It's really fucking good. It's super funny. Yeah, David
What's it
Allen
on?
Greyer's in it. It's in I think it's on Peacock.
It's like the
Prime.
one streaming service I don't have.
You can use my login. It's also on. Well, it's not. It's on Amazon Prime Video though.
I have Amazon Prime.
Well, it's on there.
Yeah.
And it's only like an hour and like 45 minutes too. I think something like that. Yeah, hour 45.
Speaking of,
Where are we at?
hour 30.
All right. Well, this is as good a time as any. Pat, why don't you go ahead and go ahead and tell the people where they can find you and plug your 958 projects.
Yeah, please go follow me on Instagram at Dark Mountain Cult. One word. It is a place where I post all my art, my tattoo work, and my move mats and challenge coins and all my projects that I work on. Please give it a follow. And if you feel like listening to any of this word vomit that I always constantly give out, go and listen to Game Pass or Smash and hear me and my boys talk shit to each other and play video games and be real nerdy.
Do you want to plug the tattoo studio?
Please go check me out at Ink Flow Tattoo Studios over in Blue Ash, over in Cincinnati. Hit me up on Instagram at Dark Mountain Cult if you want to book something. I'm super cheap right now because I'm an apprentice. I'm still learning. I got a lot to learn.
Fucking animal.
So good.
Thanks, dude.
So good.
Thank you. Means a lot for you to say that in the midst of all this.
For you to say that despite all the things going on.
You're gonna make me cry. But please, book with me and we'll get a sick tat on you. Pat too.
Well, this has been so much fun. We're going to switch to the OnlyFans. I don't know what we're going to do there other than try to get you two to kiss. Thank you so much for coming. It's always so fucking amazing when you're here. You're the best at podcasting. You are Pod Dad. Thank you. You've been great. We've been great. Y'all been okay. Foreman, if you don't mind.
As always.